In this video, we are going to showcase how you can integrate with Microsoft Teams as your chat channel. So we already have a CogniBot project configured here called as CogniBot IT. Let me click on that. I'll go to chatbots and let me show you the IT chatbot. Now the only reason I'm showing you is we have pre-configured some dialogues which we will be testing from Microsoft Teams. So let me go back. Now the next steps that we need to do need to be done from the Azure portal. So let me go there. Now we are here in the Azure portal. Let me go ahead and create a resource. We need to create an Azure Bot type of resource. So let me search for Azure Bot. Click on Azure Bot. Click on create. Then we are going to call this AIS demo video. Let's just go ahead and copy this. Now we can go ahead and either use an existing resource group or a new one. I'll simply say create new. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. You can also add tags if necessary or if you wish to. We don't want to do it for the sake of this video, so I'll simply go on review and create. When you click on it, it runs a validation, and once the validation is final, we will be able to create the Azure bot. Now that the validation is complete, let's click on create. It's creating a new app ID, password, and the deployment is in progress. This might take a couple of minutes. You can see now that we have been redirected to the Azure Bot Creation page, and you can see deployment is in progress. In next minute or so, we should be able to see deployment completed, and then we'll complete the next steps. So you can see the deployment has now succeeded. Deployment is complete. Now the easiest way to go to our bot is simply click on go to resource. You can see different details here. First, what we will do is we'll go to bot profile. In bot profile, you can give a bit more user friendly name. So I'm going to call this demo video bot for AI Studio. It can be shorter, so maybe we'll just call this video bot for AI Studio. You can give a description if you want. You can change the icon if you want. For the time being, we are not doing any of this. We'll click on apply. Microsoft says it can take up to 30 minutes for changes to reflect on the bot. Sometimes it's sooner, sometimes it takes time, so you might have to be patient in some cases. Now that it is done, we'll go to configuration screen. In configuration, we need to put a messaging endpoint, and for this we need ngrok as mentioned in documentation. So we'll just go ahead. I've already downloaded ngrok. We'll just go ahead and put in the required port. I am using 3978. So let me hit enter and start ngrok. So for Azure endpoint, you need to have a HTTPS URL. So just copy this. Let me paste it here, and you should append it by /API/messages. Now that we have added this URL, let's go ahead and apply the changes. If you don't see the apply button enabled, just navigate to any other field and it will get enabled. Once this is done, we need to add a few details from this portal to our .env file in the CogniBot folder in the deployment package that has been given to you. So I opened that file already. Let me navigate to that. Here you can see that there are some fields that need to be changed if we want to use Azure Bot Service. So first thing you need to do is change this to false. Then we'll need to enter app ID. So I am copying the app ID. Let's paste the app ID. Next thing is app password. Now we'll go to manage and create a new one. New client secret, description, let's call it temp key. Let's add it. We will copy this. Let us go ahead and paste it. Now we again need to copy that same URL. So let me just copy the relevant part here, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it here. Let me save it. Now the important thing to remember after doing this is you need to go ahead and restart your CogniBot service. So I'm going to my CogniBot service here. I'm going to stop this service by pressing Ctrl C. Let me just clear the command prompt and let me start the service again. You need to restart the service so that the changes in .env file are reflected in the web service. Now let's go ahead and add Microsoft Teams channel and add the bot to our Microsoft Teams account. To do that, let's go back to the Azure portal. Let's go back one step. Now you need to go to channels. Click on Microsoft Teams. agree to the terms and conditions. Select this one, which will be applicable for most of you unless you're a government organization, and then click on save. You can see that it has been saved. Let us go ahead and close it. Now you can see that we have a new channel here called as Microsoft Teams. Microsoft gives you an easy way to add this to your Teams account. Simply click on open in Teams, select the required option. It will open up your Microsoft Teams desktop application, and you can see that our bot has been added here. Now let's check if it has been connected successfully. Let me go ahead and type hi. And we can see that we have actually got a response, the welcome dialog, which is I am AI Studio bot, how can I help you? It has given that. Now if we go back to AI Studio, you will be able to see that in dialogs we have a dialog called as product, which simply does multiplication of two numbers or calculates a product of two numbers. So let's go ahead and test that. Let us just type product here, and you can see we are getting relevant response. So let's say we enter first number as 25, second number we'll enter as 4, and then we'll get the product as 100. This shows us how easily you can bring your CogniBot project to your Microsoft Teams using the Azure Bot resource. This concludes the video.